Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? I know, Mr. Allen, I'm laughing because I'm probably not going to be able to upload this video to YouTube. Knowing I probably will when we put that disclaimer on. I know I didn't do that on the one that got banned. So good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome out to our Sunday Freedom Family Call. You can basically expect every Sunday at 7 p.m. that we will actually be sharing some information for the business builders. Okay, this is actually our Sunday business builder roundtable, the place where you can get information, get, of course, some great information that allows you to expand your B quadrant side, or what we see as the residual income side of Tradera. Also a place, of course, where we want to recognize all the new ranks and all the exciting tools and resources that the company actually will be introducing in the coming days, weeks, and months to come. And so first I wanted to start off there tonight that we do have a video from one of our co-founders, our co-CEOs, Easton, who actually gave about a 15-minute overview of some of the transitions that we've had, and even the new and more exciting things that are to come. So you can actually see that in our Millionaire March group. I posted it there today. If you don't have your team members plugged into that, it's a great source of information for all of our team members. One of many sources, but I believe that if you plug people into that group, they'll get all the other information just by happenstance. It's where we basically share all of our events and the things that allow people to build their businesses on the B quadrant and the I quadrant side. We post trade alerts. We post all of our Saturday Q&A trading sessions with Mr. Dan Allen. So the Millionaire March Facebook group is vital to someone's success of staying plugged in. And I want to touch on that too, right? That's what this call every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern is about. It's about sharing systems, right? Systems that allow people to have success and not have to design their system, right? And it duplicates through the masses. Systems are things that save yourself time, energy, and money. There's nothing in life that don't have systems around it, right? Whether you're talking about our health, whether we're talking about our finances, our businesses, right? The best operating companies in the world have great systems. The best operating families, right, have a system. The best of everything, right, have systems around them that allow them to actually succeed. And that's what we share here every single Sunday, the system, the save yourself time, energy, and money component. And that's critical, right? It's very critical. Now, again, what we, of course, realize is that not everybody is at the same level of experience, right? So the systems can support you wherever you are in your journey, whether you're a brand new entrepreneur, a brand new trader, or someone who has experience. The system can still not only support you, but support your members who may not be at your level of skill. And understand this. I love Mr. Allen, who gives so many different analogies, right, that to make something complex very simple. I'll give you a great example of a great system that we're all familiar with, right? The great Ray Kroc created one of the greatest systems ever called McDonald's. They by far don't have the best burger. We already know, right? The best burger is in your kitchen. But he created a multi-billion-dollar business, unlike your best burger in your kitchen, right? Because your kitchen's burger doesn't have a system like his, right? He's able to deliver a burger all over the world with a system that is run by 18-year-olds. Why? Because the system supports everybody, right? Regardless of their level of skill, right? When you walk into McDonald's, right, there's a shake machine on the right and a fry machine on the left. You say, well, we all know that. You're so right, right? Because the system is the same everywhere, regardless of what language you speak, right? Regardless of your age. And that's what we're creating here with the Tradera business model and our Freedom family, okay? So some of those systems are being shared here to allow you to not only to build your business, but to support those that you bring in to the B quadrant side, right? Maybe even those of you who aren't necessarily focused on the B quadrant side, but you share this with people who are, right? So you want to have a system that supports them, even though it might not be something you're focused on, right? And this system is in place, right? So everybody can have the power. Now, if you're plugged into the system, it's like everything else in life, right? If some of the things we value but take for granted, like a refrigerator or a stove, right? We use every single day, but we never even think the fact that if it's not plugged in, we don't get the value from that refrigerator or that stove, right? Or oven. And the fact is, the same thing applies here in business with our home-based business. You have to be plugged in order to get the power, right? Or the value from the systems that are in place. Okay, and so I just wanted to kind of share that. We are doing this every single Sunday, not only for us, right, but to support those who are coming on this journey with us. And so that's what the community side of this movement is about, supporting each and every one of you in both sides of our business. Saturday morning, Mr. Allen is giving of himself the investment side that he understands to be the most powerful part of our business model, right? Without the I quadrant, there is no B quadrant here with Tradera, right? We got to create value there. And he saw that well before we began the movement and been a great resource for us on that side, right? And that's my job and other leaders as well to support us on the B quadrant side, the residual income side. And so plug your people into these systems. These systems are in place. Why? Because we want everybody to win, right? You see it right there. Free, financially retire everyone early. And it's going to be expand beyond just Tradera, right? We have so many things in store in the real estate space and other investment opportunities, even in the cryptocurrency space and other things that we plan on doing for our organization outside of Tradera. Tradera just happens to be a great cash cow to teach from and a platform that we have some great tools and resources to actually show the value of what we're doing in this movement. So again, staying plugged in and into the power of the systems will allow you to have all the things that you want from this system. And so one of those systems we shared just last week was the baseball diamond, right? This is the process of exposure that we use in order to build our B quadrant business. Using this system, right, again, leverages the playing field, takes an expert person, right, and allows them to be on the same playing field with a brand new person. And so we're going to have the second stage to this tonight with one of our dynamic bishops in the business. She's not only working the business part-time, spare time, but has created an amazing story being a principal, right? A high school, elementary, and middle school principal in her tenure. Very experienced in education, but also experienced in the home-based business space, building her business all the way up to bishop and beyond. And she's going to share some of the personality traits that actually apply to this exposure system, right? Where we use a video on first base, edify our experts to get them on second base, and then an invitation to join our business once they got all their questions answered. And their entire list of contacts does what? The exact same process, duplication nation. And so if I'm going to actually turn the call over to her to share the personality traits, another advanced topic of the B quadrant side that teaches you how people will respond to these tools. Now, first of all, what is our system of tools? We have all the videos on the DR Money Coach YouTube page, right? That's where your tools lie for first base. And then, of course, we're going to teach edification, how to properly do a three-way call, how to invite, all of the things that allow you to have success. We're going to continuously pour this information into our groups, in our organizations, into our people, right? Because if you build people, the people will build the business. And that is our mission here with the Freedom Family. So let me go ahead and turn the information over to Miss Dawn Ward, our bishop out of the state of Alabama. I'm going to give you, I see she's on, so I'm going to give you the controls, Miss Ward, and make you the host. And hang on one second. We will now be taking over the call. Hang on one second. All right. Are you there, Miss Ward?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Hello, everyone. All right. Hello, this is Dawn Ward. I am Bishop out of Huntsville, Alabama. So excited to be here with you. So I am going to actually share my screen, have Mr. Rambis' screen here, and I'm going to share my screen with you right now. So it's really funny because great minds think alike. The first slide that I wanted to show you guys was actually my slide of the exposure process. And I see that Mr. Rambis has already shared that with you. And so that saves me a little time, you know, save yourself time, money, and energy. I don't have to go over the exposure process because Mr. Rambis has done such a great job doing it. He's told you a little bit about me. I am an educator. I will tell you, I love network marketing and I love strategizing. This is my part-time gig. When I do my presentations, I tell you guys all the time, I love being an educator, but I love the money that comes from being an entrepreneur. I love the money that comes from the experience here in network marketing. So I dabbled into network marketing probably 15 to 20 years ago and had no clue what I was doing, and finally was able to learn a system. Stick and stay, you get your pay is what they say. And I finally learned a system. And from learning that system, I was actually able to make some money in the industry of network marketing. So I'm not going to go over the exposure process because Mr. Rambis has already done that. But I do want to tell you that the exposure process is extremely important because when you go through the exposure process, I have a baseball player and a softball player. And for the past 18 years of my life, I've spent every winter, spring, summer, and fall at a ballpark. So the baseball diamond is like home for me, especially since there's no baseball right now. But as Mr. Rambis says to you all the time, when you hit a ball, you have to run to first base. You don't run to third, you don't run to second. When we played T-ball and you know, Coach pitched, that was some of the things that happened. Part what you need to know when you go from first base to second base, that word edification is there. And edification is a very important part of the exposure process. So I'm going to stop there with edification because with edification, what you do is you figure out who the person is that you're speaking with and you figure out what makes them tick. And when you figure out what's important to them, that's how you edify, or that's the thing that you mirror match them with someone in your organization to edify them with. My personality type, and we'll talk about that later, but my personality type, you would definitely want to mirror match me with an educator. You would definitely want to mirror match me perhaps with a single female. Those are some of the things that you look at when you're doing your edification so that you can present that person as an expert, and then that person will actually respect them because of everything that you said. So I'm going to stop here at the edification part of the exposure process. So here I am a teacher. I'm a teacher at heart. I want you to look at this picture. Here I have M&Ms. We're going to forget about the orange M&M because you see the orange M&M is a little confused, but I want you in your mind, tell me, or you can even put it in the chat where just so we can know you didn't cheat. Choose an M&M, blue, red, green, or yellow. Which one just strikes you the most? Which one is your favorite M&M? If somebody gave you a handful of M&M and told you to pick your favorite color, which one would you pick? So I'm gonna give you a few seconds. The Jeopardy song here. All right, so if you didn't put it in the chat, that's fine. Just want you to kind of have it in your mind. Which M&M is your favorite? Which one would you choose? All right, so here, once again, guys, when I told you that we go through this exposure process, here at that edification tool is where you learn personalities. It's when you understand the personality of the person that you're exposing to the business, and when you understand the personality of the person that you are about to edify as the expert. So my favorite M&M would be green. Like when I see M&Ms, I see the green M&M. She's cute. She got the cute little boots on. She has eyelashes. Green is my favorite color anyway. So the green M&M, in my opinion, is just the best M&M out there. So we're going to look at personality traits. And so we're going to start with colors. And so if you chose red, you're typically driven, focused on results, take charge, make quick decisions, like challenges. And I bet if I were to look into the chat and see some of the people who chose red, definitely they are the driven people. The blue people are expressive, very creative and involved. They share ideas and dreams, enthusiasm, motivate, inspire, persuade. Then you have the analytical people, focus on facts and logic. Act when payoff is clear, careful not to commit too quickly. And if you know me, you will know that I am analytical. I have a minor in English education and a master's in English, and I tell people you can give me a sentence and I can write a paragraph. Or you can give me a poem and I can write you a 5-paragraph essay, because my training is to be analytical. It is to peel back the pieces of the onion and understand it. So I'm definitely green. Yellow, amicable, cooperative. They cooperate to gain agreement. These are the people that are not going to cause you any trouble. They provide support, they communicate trust and confidence. And so here are the 4 personality types. So if you're in the exposure process, once again, and you know that you have a person who is a go-getter, a red, and that person is it's all about money. Like they don't want the details. You know, I want you to give me a lot of adjectives. I want you to paint it for me. I want you to make it pretty. A red personality will say, what's the bottom line? You know, I know for a fact, I've worked with Mr. Rambis for many, many years, and I know he's red. I know that when I present something to him, I have to tell him the bottom line, which ends in cents. So he has to know, what is the bottom line? What are we getting from it? How is it going to benefit me and everybody else? And how can I help someone? So you have to know who it is that you're dealing with. So if I have a friend, and I'm exposing a friend of mine to the process, and I piqued their interest with the 4 questions, and I've invited them to a webinar or showed them a video. Now it's time for me to edify that expert, to mirror match. I'm going to match my person who is an entrepreneur, owns 4 businesses, has a finance background, blah, 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 blah. That person I know is driven. That person I know that I can directly send to Mr. Rambis, because they will definitely speak the same language. And when we go through the process, we say, you know, edify your person, press mute, be quiet. I know that I have to be quiet because my personality will give every single detail, and that person who is interested in what we're doing, they don't want to hear that. So let's look at our animals. Sometimes we look at the mammals when it comes to personality traits. That yellow we call whales, the blue we call dolphins, the reds we call sharks, and the green we call urchins. So I'm going to stay here for a minute because we kind of learned this. We know that the whale is that person who wants to help people. The whale is very emotional. Emotionally low, easily distracted, selfish, poor listener, impulsive, their emotional highs, warm, enthusiastic, sociable, charming, persuasive. That is the whale. Everybody needs a whale in the group, because the whale is going to keep it live. If you have a live meeting like we used to do years ago, you want the whale to open the meeting, because the whale is going to bring the fun. The whale is going to help people. The whale is going to be helpful, but then you're going to mirror match that whale with a dolphin. That is the person, once again, who is going to open that meeting. The whale is the person that you'll have at the door, greeting everybody. Thank you for coming. Sign in. We're so glad you're here with us. The blue person is the one who's going to open up the meeting. That's the hype man. Critical, they're emotional low, critical, picky, fussy, hard to please, perfectionist, but on the high side, very detailed, careful, meticulous, systematic, neat. That dolphin wants to have fun, wants to be sure that everything is in order, and they like to be sure that everything is systematic, neat, and this is how it is. So let's look at the urchin. That's the green. Resistant to change, passive, unresponsive, slow, stubborn. Those are the emotional lows for the greens. I don't really agree with all of those, but the emotional highs: patient, stable, predictable, consistent, good listener. I am definitely, my teacher qualities right there: patient, stable, predictable, consistent, good listener. I'm definitely agreeing. But the red guys, that is the money motivated person. That is typically the leader of your group. Aggressive, demanding, egotistical, bossy, confrontational at times. The emotional highs for them: assertive, ambitious, driven, strong-willed, and decisive. So guys, at the top of this quadrant, they say that, you know, very open-minded people, the whales and the dolphins, the blues or the yellows, whichever you chose, very open-minded. The closed-minded are typically the greens and the reds. The greens want to know every single detail, tell me the details so that I can figure it out. And the reds want to know where's the money. So guys, here is that personality trait. And once again, I'm not telling you this just because I love M&Ms. I'm telling you this because in the exposure process, once again, when you go to edify people, you have to know who you're edifying. So let's take this business, for instance. If I have a friend who wants to come into the business and that person wants to know every single detail about trading, guys, I like trading, I understand trading, but I know a blue-red personality in our business, and his name is Mr. Dan Allen. I can't tell you whether Mr. Allen is primarily red or if he's primarily red or primarily green. He's blue-green in my opinion. He's driven, he knows how to make money, he's consistent with making money, but yet he can tell you the facts. He's researched, he's tried, it's tried and true when it comes to the analytics of trading here at Tradera. So you know who the people are that you're working with. You know who the people are who will make everything happen for us. So here's just another one. Blues are cautious, precise, deliberate, questioning, formal. Reds are competitive, demanding, determined, strong-willed, purposeful. Sunshine yellow, sociable, dynamic, demonstrative, enthusiastic, persuasive. And the green, caring, encouraging, sharing, patient, relaxed. So those are just some insights on the personality traits. And bottom line is, the blue says, let's do it right. The green says, let's do it in a caring way. We want everybody to be happy. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. The yellow say, hey guys, let's do it together. We can do this. We can get this. And the red say, let's do it now. We will build this airplane in the air. We will figure out whether it's right. We will figure out if feelings are hurt, and we will bring along the people who want to go with us while we're in the air flying this plane. So guys, we have to appreciate everybody for their personality traits, and I definitely do, and I know that you know people with different traits. So that is it for me. I hope I kind of gave you a clear view of the personality traits and exactly why we use personality traits. And I use them all the time. I forever will always mirror match my people. When I have my fun-loving people, I think about the people in the organization who's fun-loving, but who can also tell someone about the business side of what it is that we do here in Tradera. So I am going to stop my screen sharing right now. Stop my screen sharing. I'm going to stop my share right now. So basically, we're going to promote our training. Guys, you know, every Sunday at 7 p.m., Mr. Rambis, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, Mr. Rambis will have systems training every Sunday. Our opportunity call Monday through Friday, 12 and 8. That's Eastern Standard Time. Saturday and Sunday, 12, 3, and 6 Eastern Standard Time. And we have our training with Mr. Dan Allen every Sunday, This is Saturday. Every single Saturday at 10 a.m., guys. And when you come to that, you will definitely learn something. Every time I'm involved in that training, I learn something that I did not know the time before. So I am just peachy pleased to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Mr. Rambis, for having me. I'm going to end the call. I'm not going to turn it back over to you at this time, but I'm going to end it at this time. I'm going to tell everybody I can share these slides with you if you need to know a little bit more about the personality traits. Look at them. Remember to mirror match your people. And when you use the baseball diamond, remember that you're not just edifying and you're not just calling your upline. You're looking for people who match the personality of the person you're matching. Because I will tell you now, before I end, that as a green, bluish person, if you put me on the phone with someone who only talks about money, they've lost me. They've lost me because I'm like, really? Like, you tell me the details. I want to know what's going on and then tell me about the money. I want to peel that onion back. But the person who's driven in red, they want to know the money first and the details last. So definitely, guys, I appreciate you. I hope that you got a really great understanding of our personality traits and actually why we use it. And once again, I'm Dawn Ward Bishop, Huntsville, Alabama. So pleased to be here with you. I'll see you at the bank and at the beaches of the world. Have a great night.